Good morning. This is Jim Whitehead. How are you? It's a good day to start politics in the middle during the week. Beginning of the week. I want to thank you for being here. And, it's these things make us feel better, and we're trying real hard to have it where we recognize that we have a good future, which I admit kind of is a little scary at this point in time. Okay, the first issue, and what this is, as I said, politics in the middle, and we talk about four things that the current administration did that made absolutely no sense. And now this could be the time during the first 45, I guess you might say, in 2016 to 2020, and then now we're in 2024 to 2028. So they kind of intermix a little bit, but it just shows as I say, the illogical processes that they do that are downright illogical. They don't make any sense why you do it, but in a lot of cases, they're what we would consider mean. So, okay, in reference to immigration policy, the zero tolerance policy that led to the separation of families at the U.S.-Mexico border drew widespread condemnation. Critics pointed to the logistical challenges and humanitarian concerns associated with separating children from their parents, questioning the illogical logic of a policy that created such distress. And when you get into these things, they think for whatever reason this is a good idea, but not only being mean and terrible to human beings, it actually in most cases costs us more money. So other than being mean, and if that's the motivation, it also has it where we spend more money than we need to. Okay, the next one, and again, this did go back to the administration's first administration. It is what we consider the COVID response. The administration's handling of COVID-19 pandemic was heavily criticized for its inconsistent messaging, downplaying, and this is really amazing, downplaying of the virus's severity and the promotion of unproven treatments. Some of you will remember where the president was sitting there talking about, hey, maybe we can do something with chlorine, and he's looking over at his medical advisor, and the poor lady's going, oh my God, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? She just kind of sat there going, oh boy, this is not going to be good. Anyway, critics argued that these actions hindered a coordinated and effective public health response. I remember particular to one instance when they were talking about a cruise ship, and they were saying, well, this particular cruise ship some of the passengers developed COVID. And I remember, and I can picture when the president was saying, it's not a big deal because all the cases we have right now are on a cruise ship that we're not going to let come ashore. So, it's kind of like, if they don't come ashore, we don't have a problem. Well, guess what? We had a problem. And more than 1 million people died Now, there would have been deaths. I'm not even sitting here saying, hey, there wouldn't be a problem or it would have been great and because it was handled poorly, we had a problem. No, these viral transmission epidemics don't follow political rules or someone saying, don't worry, it's going to go away. So that was, again, one time that was handled extremely poorly. And it's even amazing in our president's second term, people forgetting about all the things that happened in his first term that were not good. And the old saying, if somebody is not good today, they're probably not going to be good tomorrow. So, that's how it goes. Now, the other next one is withdrawal from international agreements. The decisions to withdraw the United States from the Paris Agreement on climate change and the Iran nuclear deal were met with criticism for those who argued that those actions isolated the U.S. internationally and undermine efforts to address global challenges. Critics questioned the logic of abandoning international agreements. Now, just to update you, when he became president 47, he did the same thing. I mean, obviously, when Biden came in, in 2020 or 2021, he, of course, signed us back up because every country in the world needs to do what they can to contribute to reducing greenhouse gases and many other issues that are causing us to every day go into a deeper hole in reference to climate problems. And, no one will sit here and go, oh, it didn't make, so what if it gets two degrees warmer? Well, we've had a lot of things go wrong that wouldn't have since that time. Flooding, fires. They just had fires in, besides LA. People are still trying to recover from that, and God bless. But we had fires in South Carolina. And that just doesn't make sense. And down here in South Florida, it was hot. Somebody'd say, well, if you didn't want to be in the heat, don't go to Florida or live in Florida, especially beginning in April through, let's say, October. But it's getting hotter down here. Every summer since 2014 is hotter than the summer before. And, we are seeing the effects of long-term negligence when it comes to climate change. So, it is admittedly, one of those issues you go, oh, I don't get it. And as I mentioned a minute ago, he's removed us from the current climate group of trying to do something good. All he wants to do is get paid, or more or less, from those that are doing, things that will contribute to more greenhouse gases and the temperature fluctuating even more. Okay, the third one is relationship with intelligence agencies. The Trump administration's often adversarial relationship with U.S. intelligence agencies was a source of considerable controversy. We have wonderful people and we're kind of heading in the same direction with this term. Critics pointed to instances where the president publicly dismissed or contradicted intelligence findings, raising concerns about the potential impact on national security. The logic of undermining the agencies tasked with providing crucial information was questioned. Now, you know what we're doing it again. You know, they're trying to have it again. Be honest with you, where we're heading into a dictatorship, where nothing is going to be in control, and a president is going to be in control and going to be the gulag. You know, and that's downright scary. Anyway, okay, that gets to, I guess, our last presentation here. But the big point is, I love doing these, politics in the middle. I try to not have it be so, how would you say, critical or angry, just pointing out things that just didn't make any sense at all. So I want to thank you for being here on a Monday, and please subscribe if you have not. And if you like these, tell me, or if you would rather just say in a comment what you're doing. And by the way, this last picture here shows all my team. It shows all Power Group, Phoenix Animal. It shows myself, Jamie the boss, Big O, Big G for the gorilla, and Miss Perfection. And the building, which I saw at that Christmas tree, it comes on every night. That building is my content creation office. So I want to thank you for being here, and please stay well.